Dienstag ist Dilemma-Tag. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Tuesday is Dilemma Day. First Lifesigns on this channel in a long while, and that's because there is a new set on the horizon and it's actually called Lifesigns. It's going to be a boost for the Vidian affiliation, and if you saw the announcement article yesterday, you've probably already seen these two cards. One of them is called the Search for Spares. It seats on an opponent's mission during the mission phase, and it allows the Vidian player to use the first turn to get out this ship here, Organ Bank, together with three guys, three Universal Vidians and a Vidian Harvester. Now, this can lead to a setup that looks a little bit like this here. As the Klingon player here, we have a tight spaceline in the Alpha Quadrant. That's a setup from the recent online regionals winner. And the Vidian player has used the first turn to get out the Organ Bank. It's not yet in Lecky, that's why I'm using the generic cruiser here, together with three Universal Vidians and a Harvester. So they are threatening this end of the spaceline here, maybe threatening a quantum fissure under the space mission. So we, as the Klingon player, we stick to this end and we send our guys down to a distress mission and hit the Barber Pole, which of course is always our stand-in for the new card. And it is a dilemma that is from the Star Trek Voyager franchise. It's a planet-only dilemma called Deadly Donation. It has a countdown of 3. It reads, a surprise encounter with the Vidians can leave you desperately gasping for breath. And of course it has our favorite hedgehog officer losing his lungs because the Vidians don't get along with Talaxians. And it's definitely a breathtaking experience for Neelix here. The game text reads, place on mission now and start of each attempt here stops one personal present. Random selection. Okay, let's do that. Let's stop one personal random selection. Let's take the leftmost personal. That's Magistrate Gorville. Alright, now that is actually so far a rubbish dilemma. Yes, it's a random stop, and yes, the random stop will kick in on the following turns as well. But is it better than Punishment Box or a Kobayashi Maru scenario? Probably not. So there must be something else, and that's where the second line of game text comes in. And look at it. It says, Vidian affiliation personnel on ships in this quadrant may steal organs from cards on this planet's surface as if present. Steal organs? What does that do? Steal organs is the terminology used on organ theft. What this does is it allows us to discard one of our opponent's personnel as the Vidian player. So basically kill them, and we get to report personnel for our efforts and also score 10 points if we discard this. So we already have a stopped guy there, but this leads us right into the good old medical combo. Hippocratic Oath stops the most cunning medical, that's Antec here. He's going to be stopped for a countdown of 3, which incidentally is the same as the countdown on Deadly Donation. And then Medical Crisis also stops another medical, if there is one left. Yes, there is. Pimok is also stopped, and then the other guys don't have the 2 bio or 2 medical to get past. So far, so uneventful. But now what the Vidians can do is they have stopped a medical personnel there. So they're going to harvest this guy's organs. Pimok bites it. The Vidian player scores 10 points. Now, of course, as the Klingon player, we now have that Deadly Donation countdown on our mission. So let's beam the other guy up and maybe regroup somewhere else. But the Vidian player can still rejoice because they still have the Hippocratic Oath there. So on their next turn, they can pop another organ theft, kill this medical guy, so he can't help with the medical crisis later on, and score another 10 points, already 20. And then probably at some point, probably once the Deadly Donation has expired, the Klingon player can attempt again, and then they will probably bring the 3 medical guys to get through the dilemma, but one of them will be stopped again, giving the Vidian player a target for the 3rd organ theft. One more kill, which the Klingons don't care about. It's not a medical, I know. But for the Vidian player, the important point is that they have an easy path to 30 bonus points here, which can set them up for the round the corner 2-mission win. And actually, let's have a look at this organ theft bonus point engine. We need the search for spares, which is 1 seed slot. We probably need 2 seeded copies of organ theft. A third one can usually be downloaded because there is Dareth. And if you've read the message boards, you know what a cool guy Dareth actually is. He can download organ theft, or if you have Motura, he can download Dareth, and then that in turn gives us access to another organ theft. Or we can actually just stock it in the deck, because with the search for spares we can't play personal or ships on our first turn anyway, so we might as well use it for something that requires our card play. So it's not that seed intensive. For probably 3 seed cards you get a very good chance at scoring 30 points, which is a solid return on investment. And then you still have the option of doing Homestead in the Delta Quadrant as the Vidian player, or score 30 points or 35 there, or 40 with Answer Distress Signal, because there is even a Vidian holographic personal. Just put a holodeck door on your Vidian ship and you're good. And then hop over to the Alpha Quadrant, do 30 points there, and you're already at 100 points. So this dilemma is certainly a very niche one. In a non-Vidian deck, there is little reason to ever play it, because you can always go for the much more flexible and more powerful Kobayashi Maru scenario. Yes, that one is unique, but apart from Vidian decks, I don't see any real application for Deadly Donation, unless, of course, you would simply want to see Neelix scream in agony, which is something I can absolutely get behind. So if that is your thing, more power to you. If you have any other points about this dilemma that I missed, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, let me know what you expect from this set, how you like the cards so far, and please head over to Trexisy and look at the articles that you find there. Until next time, expend your power in the universe. Bye bye.